What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I've been waiting for this piece of gym equipment for many months. Obviously, when it comes to the whole supply chain issue and all of the stuff that's just been going on in the world, it's quite difficult to get things that you want when you want it. A lot of times there's a wait unless you're picking things up that exist, but this was a new item that just came out. When they announced that they were coming out with this, it is a open trap bar, an open hex bar. If anybody's ever had a trap bar, it's historically they're like closed. Some of them have the loadable option like this does, which we'll talk more about. But the one I used to have before this was far cheaper, very generic. You can just load it. It's kind of more of a pain in the ass to load than this will be, which is one of the reasons why I went with this one. But it's just not as versatile because you have to step into it, like over it and then lift up. But with this, it's an open bar design, so I can use this in many different ways. There's just a lot I could do with this. So overall, when this got announced, I was, needless to say, pretty excited. I wanted this, I ordered it. So what I'm going to do is just show you what it looks like. I did take it out of the box just because I wanted to make sure I had all the stuff. And then I was like, oh, okay, maybe I should film this. So then I stopped. There's no clue how the audio is going to sound, but I did open this box without actually fully opening it. The one there, here's assembly instructions here. And I guess, oh, this is very nice. Packaging and presentation, very nice. I'm into it, I dig it. If you follow along, I did have an issue with my safety squat bar in a previous video, and I contacted Rep, and they are sending me out replacement handles. Good on them. Customer service is no joke. This thing is like in there. Okay, so we've got 8 bolts. I always gotta count even though it says it. 8 bolts. We've got 8 washers, 8 nuts, and a hex tool. So as far as installation goes, basically what we're going to be doing is just putting the arms on either side. They'll be the loadable arms. Everything feels very high quality, so I'm excited. Smooth collar, slight tiny bit of rust here, tiny bit right there. So just documenting all of that. Surface rust. This one, nothing. Very nice. Now for this, we're just gonna open this up. Go through, gently cut. I don't want to go through and scratch anything because I'm very OCD with that stuff. I don't want to ruin anything. So it's a little bit of knurling here, but everything else looks really nice finish wise on the bar. Good texture, no issues really all around. That's what it looks like. And it's got these pieces here because it being loadable, these pieces are what are gonna absorb the damage. So these are gonna be sacrificial pieces. So they're just gonna take the brunt of everything, while these things are essentially just gonna walk into place like that and have bolts. It's gonna be a pretty wide setup. It's gonna be pretty cool. So you're gonna take these and you're gonna put them in. They're gonna sit flush because this is a square hole here. and on the inside you're going to put a little washer and then a nut, and then basically you're just going to be taking a 17 and you're just going to be, you know, basically going to town for as long as it takes to get you nice and tight. You're going to do that 4 times, and then we're going to move on to the handle. So I got the collars on, and you're about to get a sneak peek into why I'm so mentally screwed up. I didn't realize until I was done putting them on that there was a word, and that the word may or may not be able to be upright. Now, there could be a debate, a massive debate, on which way this word is supposed to face, but since this is a loadable bar and likely going to be stored in this position, in my opinion, the rep needs to be facing up. And that is exactly what did not occur over here. That sucks. Assembly of the parts, breeze, easy breezy, beautiful, CoverGirl. The last piece I didn't film, the handles. Basically, you're just loosening this up enough for it to slide on in, and then this goes over these, and then when it tightens down, it gets flush. It's it. It's really the most difficult part, is making sure the words aren't upside down like I did, because I had to do one side twice, which really sucked. And this part, getting the 17 in there, not ideal. It does take a little bit of time. If you have some patience, and you're not an impatient first world problem seeker like myself, then you should have no problem with that. Very happy with this purchase, totally worth the wait. The reason I didn't give it a 10, typical quality with the welds, they are not really beautiful. Very much leaves a lot to be desired. I'm not sure, honestly, why they didn't just make this whole piece here knurled, and why they didn't put more of an aggressive knurling. I think that would have been cool if they did more of an aggressive knurling across this whole piece, because technically what would be really cool, you could use this on the bench. You could take the handles off if you want and just have this as a bench. You can do, if you had 2 of them, I guess farmer carries with these. I don't know who's buying 2 of these. I don't have that kind of money, so we'll see. But so far, so good with this. I'm very happy with it. As I said, I do get a better workout as far as weight goes with this than I do with the traditional deadlift, but that's all from form, and that's from me. I did hurt my, it's, what is it called, the serratus anterior. It's some little thin muscle across your rib cage. I pulled that or did something strained, whatever. It was bad for a while. Hurt, did not feel good. Took a while. I took a big deep break off. I was in the 400s conventional, so I got up to there, but I feel like for my size and weight, I should be in the 5 or 6s, but gonna absolutely work on that. We'll see what happens. And yeah, that's all we have for you today. Looks pretty cool. I'm excited about it. Take a couple pictures, and starting tomorrow, I'll get to work out with it and maybe do a video down the line. With my impressions so far, I do like my rep products. I have the safety squat bar, I have the cambered Swiss bar, now I have this. I also have my Rogue bar, and I want to get a Texas deadlift bar also. That would probably round out my collection. Even have my easy curl bar. I have pretty much everything I would want. Couple things here and there, we'll see. Okay, so I had to add this before we end this video, just to show you what I meant by how it sits up once you have weights on it. That's how it'll look. Obviously, there's not a lot of weight on this at all, but when it's time to work out, that's how it sits. It sits very balanced. You can easily grab the handle, stand it up, take weight off, put weight on. I don't have, there's some gap here, but again, these are cheap plates. I didn't buy calibrated plates yet because, well, at the time I just didn't want to drop all that money on it, because I'm still in the process of figuring out how I want to design my little home gym. But these have been doing a job, so there will be a little bit of a clunk. Like I just had it, that's with the handle closer to me, so there's less bend. But again, how easy it is. Just cut through. And now it's on the lower end. You want to go to that other setting. You go here, lift up. Couldn't be easier. Literally takes no effort. I'm doing it one-handed while holding a camera. And then you go down. Very balanced. Very balanced. Easy to remove the weights. Very cool to store it that way because it's got a stand on it. Handles feel very, very good. Can't complain. Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. Real quick, I wanted to add this in here. I did some research. One of the things that I really didn't cover, and I'm just gonna go over real quick, I'm not gonna demonstrate because there is a video I'll link down below too, but you can remove these handles very easily. There are videos of people using this because it's rackable. It can go right on your bench. And like I said, the balance is pretty gnarly on this. Handles are removable, so and it's just one bolt. Now you can pull these out. This can be something you can use for squatting, so you can put this on your shoulders. You can use this for bench pressing. You can use this for overhead pressing. If you raise this up higher, you can, you know, have this at a higher angle. Start out with your hands up at a much higher angle. Use it for that. I mean, there's so much versatility when it comes to this bar, when it comes to the usage and the different types of exercises. I will link down below. I don't want to like take any spotlight away from their video because for some reason I didn't see that video a couple months ago when it came out, but Rep Fitness did a really good job on the video. I really liked the video. They highlight what goes into the actual making of the bar, and what I did notice, because I just used this last night, this is actually the day after I just filmed this video, I used this last night. My only complaint with this bar so far is when I was doing squats. By the way, I got a really good crazy workout in. My ass and legs hurt like crazy, so you know, everything worked out well with this bar. But one of the things I don't like is the handles. They're a bit too wide. They're a bit too wide for me. I'm not as wide of a gentleman as I used to be, and my arms, my shoulders aren't as broad. So when I'm standing here and I have my hands out, my arms have to be at more of an angle to grip the bar. So I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe they're coming out with, obviously, they're definitely coming out with handle variations. I believe they're gonna come out with thicker handle options, which I like that also. But they're also, I think, gonna come out with more of a narrow setup. I would assume it's gonna be something just like this that comes out maybe a little bit more, another inch or two on each side, possibly for skinnier folk. I'm not skinny folk, but maybe men that are my size that need a little bit more room to have my arms more at my side area instead of out, if that makes sense. I don't know if that does make sense, but yeah, very super cool. I used it last night, like I said, have no complaints, flawless. Very happy with it. I will be putting some stop rust on this piece. It's surface rust, so I'm gonna take that collar spring out or whatever that is and clean it up and put some stop rust on that so I don't have any future problems. But that's a minor, super minor complaint. Everything else came out awesome, looks awesome, very excited about it. But yeah, I just wanted to add this in here just because it is absolutely a very versatile thing. They were even doing a video showing pull-ups, which you could put this up on top and use this bar as a pull-up bar. I guess, you know, you can, if this was high enough up, you can hold it. I mean, again, I have a pull-up bar that I have here, and I use these handles sometimes, or just go regular. It holds me up just fine, thank God. Not the old me, but the new me. So you could use this as a pull-up bar. They were showing a video demonstration of doing dips with it. Now again, these guys are way more fit than I am, so doing a dip on this is, I can't even do a dip, by the way, so I'm not even going to comment on that too much. But doing a dip with this specific bar, I wouldn't try it because I'll bust my ass. but it would take a lot of balance and strength. So props to them, awesome. But yeah, super cool. Like I said, I'm gonna link down below to the video showing more demonstrations of exercises, so you get more of an idea of what a variety that this thing could actually offer. But super impressed by it. It fits in my rack, and again, I have a very cheap rack, very cheap. So the fact that this fits in there, although quite tight, it's good because it will expand later on when I do get the upgraded rack system, probably from Rep Fitness or Sorinex. I'd probably go with Rep though, but here it is. This is awesome. And like I said, just constantly amazed by it. I will be doing the overhead press with this, and I will try the pull-ups. I'll bust my ass. Maybe I'll film it if I have to blur a couple things out. Awesome. Do it for the YouTube views, I guess, right? Clout chasing 101.